Welcome to Nasdaq Trade Talks. I'm Jill Malandrino, Global Markets Reporter at Nasdaq. M&A is expected to increase over the next 12 months, especially in Europe. Joining me to discuss is Rusty Wiley, CEO of Datasite. Rusty, it's great to see you again. Welcome back to Trade Talks.
It's great to see you again, Jill.
And Rusty, let's start where Datasite sits in the M&A ecosystem for some background here.
Yeah, for a little context, we serve about 1 million deal makers around the world. We do 10,000 transactions a year on the platform. And so it's about 20% of the overall deal flow in the world. And the beauty of our platform is we're actually there at the very beginning when a deal is launched as opposed to when it's announced.
What's continuing to lift M&A overall?
Well, it's a lot of the same factors that drove growth pre-pandemic. It's you have an abundance of cash to be invested in the market. You have historically low interest rates. And so those come together to fuel M&A. And I think in addition to that, what's fueling M&A is there's the new optimism, having moved to the other side of the pandemic as we believe and things are beginning to reopen. So those are all driving, the growth in M&A.
What direction is M&A going in the next 12 months?
Well, it's going to go, we think it will go certainly higher for the next year. We did a survey of about 180 deal professionals in March. And of them, 57% of the deal makers said that they expected higher volumes through the balance of the 12-month period. So we see a sustained, strong M&A market going forward, and really being buoyed by traditional M&A. If you look at the mix between distressed and normal M&A transactions, the bulk of the market is really positive sell side and buy side and merger transactions.
Well, Rusty, we know what's driving the activity. What does that mean for valuation? Is that sustainable?
Yeah, we think it is. I mean, there are a number of things that are affecting that. One of them, most important, is the access, as I said, to inexpensive debt for doing deals. There's also a pretty active competition in the marketplace to secure and acquire assets. And I think with multiple exits now available on the table, we'll continue to see these very positive valuations now that you have vehicles like SPACs as well if you want to have an exit for an asset.
And finally, what space is leading global activity?
TMT, healthcare, life sciences continues to lead as they led really through the pandemic. And we're now seeing industrials and defense coming on as well. So we're seeing a broadening out of the sectors supporting the market growth.
All right, Rusty, great catch up as always. Thanks for joining us on Trade Talks, and thanks for joining me. I'm Jill Malandrino, Global Markets Reporter at Nasdaq.